Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct. Hey, it's a Monday afternoon, Monday evening, I should say. This is a previously recorded edition of the Sports Chasers. We're going to talk about e-gaming and e-gaming sports, things like EA College Football 2025 is coming out, Call of Duty, things of that nature. Like I said, we're the Sports Chasers. We talk about all sports and esports. Hey, this is where it's at, man. So, hey, let's meet the crew. We got D-Dubs. What's up, brother? How are you today?
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, we doing it again, man. Sports Chasers Podcast, man. Try to give the people what they want, different topics, different variety. We'll let the fellas get into it, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
What up?
No doubt. We got the angry one. What's up, brother? How are you tonight, man?
Doing well. What's going on, family? How y'all living tonight? About to get into some e-gaming. Some things you already know about, some things you may not know about. We're going to talk about it, though.
Yep. And we got the toxic one, the hockey dude. It's the Stanley Cup final, but we're here to talk about esports tonight. I'm pretty sure Dan will get on hockey later on. Dan, what you got for us tonight? How are you, sir?
Nothing, bro. Excited to be here. We got good stuff to talk about. And, some probably complaints about every developer that's putting games out, but we got it. We get in this.
Yeah, these developers better get their stuff together, but I won't let y'all talk about
it. We was giving, what's that? UBO? What's that?
UB.
Yeah, we was giving them the business before we got on here. How, I'm up here thinking Division of Heartland is about to come out, and E said, nah, bro, they canceled that. And Division 3 looks like 2027, you say, E?
20, yeah, probably 2027, 2028, somewhere in there. I don't know. PlayStation 6 will probably be out by then. Who knows?
I'll be retired.
No, Dan, I think you'll like this, man. Let me jump in. Let's go jump right into it. EA Sports, the long-awaited college football 25 will be coming out on July 19th. I do believe that you can pre-order. Let me read this here from this article actually came out today, and this is from Bleacher Report. Shout out to the Bleacher Report. And this is the Joseph Zucker. He says EA Sports announced Monday its week-long rollout for some of the rankings in the highly college football 25 video game. The fun starts Tuesday with developers revealing the toughest stages in which to play, and culminates Friday with overall program rankings. Stadium atmosphere was a key feature of the NCAA football franchise. I can attest. The louder and more tense the crowd was, the more your screen and controller would shake. There was an accompanying impact on the players, too, as an underclassman would get more easily rattled on the field. Having a ranking of the toughest stadiums was another way for fans to have bragging rights over their rivals as well. EA Sports confirmed in May's gameplay trailer that home field advantage will remain a focal point in college football 25 and appears to mirror its old iteration. When it comes to the individual units and overall rankings for the teams, Thursdays and Fridays announcements are unlikely to spring any big surprises because fans broadly know the hierarchy at the top of the sport. There's some intrigue surrounding the heavy hitters, though. Reigning national champion Michigan lost a number of key players from last year's squad. Alabama had to replace legendary head coach Nick Saban and with Kalen DeBoer, which has a domino effect on the roster and might now or never for Lane Kiffin to make his Ole Miss a title contender after the Rebels ranked first in 24/7 sports team rankings for the transfer portal. Unfortunately for fans, they still have to wait till July 19th for college football 25 to hit the stores. So let's just give you a little history. College football from EA Sports, their last rendition was 2014. Am I right, Eric?
That is correct.
2014. I still have the game. The game plays to me was unbelievable. It was better than Madden even back then. I will say that. I just love the fact that you can take your team, build it from scratch. You can take an individual person, build that person from scratch, and you can go to all the bowls that you wanted and anything. So what happened in 2014? You had, unfortunately, these teams, the developers in EA Sports, not paying the kids, the college students, right? So we roll 10 years later now with NIL, right, and things of that nature. Now we have where they're allowed to play the college players on the up and up. There's nothing under the table. I don't want to hear nothing that used to happen. So there's no ambiguity with that. There's no secret sauce, none of that stuff. Hey, you'll get this portion. Even though I heard this, I don't know if you heard this. What's his name that got drafted? His son that got drafted by Arizona. He still
Oh yeah, Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison Jr. has still not signed his.
He hasn't signed, right? Yeah.
He hasn't signed his deal because he said he should be getting. I'll have to pull up the article. He said he should be still getting the same or better deal now that he's in college. And a lot of proponents disagree with him. They say, "Hey, man, this is a collective thing where
it's the rules, bro. Shut up."
And so,
I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, so Marvin Harrison might be that guy hanging around number 99, where he's unbelievable. Remember back in the days,
player 99,
receiver 99,
yeah, player 99,
player 99. Yeah,
we all knew that was damn Jordan on there.
Player number 9.
I'm gonna pass it off to the e-gaming esports guy when it comes to college football and Madden. We'll talk about Madden too a little bit. I'll give it to E. What you got for us, everyone, on the college football thing? It's been a long time.
At the end of the day, this has been a long, yes, like you said, this has been a long time coming, and I cannot wait. I have always felt that before their little hiatus, that the college football games were better than the Madden games as far as gameplay, as far as getting things right, such as the atmosphere. Madden has still yet to really especially like a home game. Home games don't feel like home games. It's almost like you hear the crowd crapping when you chanting defense when you're on offense sometimes. Like, come on, man, what are we doing?
Cut and paste.
Yeah, so well, yeah, we'll talk about that later. But
okay, I'm sorry.
This is college football always felt fresh, even though they have also copied and pasted, but they've always added the necessary things that warranted to be a new game, if that makes sense. So 11 years later, we have college, NCAA, college football 25, however they're going to phrase it. Everybody and their mother and their grandmother is going to get this game. Outside of things like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, I feel like this game is going to be one of the top 5, top 10 ever, as far as copies sold, because everybody's been waiting for it.
Right.
So it's going to be a collector's item, even if you're into stuff like that. You might want to just buy it and keep it in the case like some people do. So have you. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. They're going to build off of basically what we had in 14, and they're going to have things like you're going to have, like you mentioned earlier, freshmen and second year players, sophomores, are not going to be as skilled or as poised on the field as would juniors and seniors of that sort. They're going all out with this game, man. NILs is not going to be exactly NILs. It's going to be more like brand points, so to speak. So I don't know exactly how that's all going to work out. It may be something like, if you remember back on 14, you had to give so many points to get a certain 3-star, 4-star, 5-star player or whatever, to try to get them recruited to your school. It's probably going to be something like that, to that effect. But man, from what I've seen, gameplay wise, this game is going to be just the new animations. It just looks like how a football game is supposed to look. So we shall see. And also, I believe there's maybe 3 or 4 schools that are not all the way in, but for the most part, all the schools are going to have their bands. They're going to have their atmosphere. If you come out with the flag, whatever it is associated with that school is going to be in this game.
Oh, I hope they had the Virginia Tech intro, Enter Sandman.
I hope so too.
That would be awesome.
That is the team that I'm looking to take over myself. Anybody knows? Well, these two gentlemen up top, D-Dubs and Kevin L. Warren, they all know. We all, just to give a quick summary, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it was D-Dubs, Kevin L. Warren, our host and moderator, our brother, the Gaming Network. I forget. Sorry, I don't know your YouTube like that. Hassan Davis. We was all in a season together. We all decided to go to the ACC and play 14 together. And may I say, if it wasn't for certain scheduling, I would have been crowned. I would have won it all that year. Let's just say that. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, it was a load of fun. Win, lose, or draw, we had a ball playing that game, playing against one another. All the ish talking and all that other stuff aside, it was a beautiful thing, man. And I hope 25 will bring that same type of excitement for all those who will be playing, whether you're playing solo or you're playing online. I hope you get that enjoyment, man.
That was the infamous. I thought you was the gaming guru.
The year of the gaming guru.
Woo!
My main man Hassan, man. Yeah. Me and Hassan talked a lot of junk that game, and I never forget. I was North Carolina, and he was Miami, and Hassan was killing people all in our league, that year, and I faced them, and it was a very low scoring game. I want to say it was like 12-9. I don't think I scored a touchdown. I just kicked field goals, but the defense was, and I wish, was it back then during YouTube? I mean, I don't think I
wish we had it. I wish we had it.
I don't know.
You just was able to just play. Yeah, YouTube at that time. I don't think he was able to connect it and store it like how you do now. Well, maybe we just didn't have a opportunity to do it. But that was, I'll never forget in my house, and and I made my son the gaming guru kid because he was talking a lot of mad junk, man. But it was good fun times, man. It was fun times, and like I said, that was a very, very good game, and I just can remember. I think I was the home team, and I got a lot of momentum. Like I said, I don't think I scored a touchdown. I only hit I made 4 field goals, and I beat him 12-10. And the defense was able to hold them off, and it was just a really exciting game. Maybe we can recreate that again this year, and Hassan gets his revenge against me if we happen to play, man. But I definitely enjoyed it, man, and you absolutely took me down memory lane with that. Anything else with the game?
Yo, man, be there, be square, man. I'm sorry, you said it was July
19th.
19th. Yeah. I didn't pre-order. I don't believe in pre-ordering no more. I'm not telling anybody don't pre-order. I'm not saying that. I just don't, because I gotta see the product first. I'm not doing that shit. These companies have made a living off of pre-orders, and then you gotta wait another 3 to 4 months for them to get all the bugs out.
We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah. I'll let Dan square that away.
Let me just read this. This is from NIL FN. It says this is from Cade Kistner. He says EA Sports College Football 25 to heavily include NIL and cover the game mode. So they're saying something else. He says perhaps the most popular game mode in the Dynasty option. Fans can run their school's program through recruiting, transfers, practice, etc. But according to CBS Sports and an interview with writer Bud Elliott, who reviewed the game, NIL will be a large part of the cover of the game mode.
Yeah, if your team sucks, get somebody else.
Yeah, NIL is going to be in there, but it's not going to be money based. That's all I was saying.
Okay, there's a whole lot of strategy in terms of recruiting. Each recruit has certain things that matter to him, said Elliott. There's an emphasis on balancing your roster spots and your NIL resources in your recruiting. How many are you going to go with in high school? How many are you going to take out of the transfer portal? That matters a lot. The promises you make to kids at high school, if you don't live up to them, then your roster makeup probably won't be all that happy. They really try and make it as realistic as possible, which is a big step. As far how NIL will be implemented into Dynasty, it appears it will be less about the dollars and more about the brands.
Yep.
So they're not actually using money with NIL. It's basically brand status. I believe that's what they called it, says Elliott. So how many brand awareness points do you want to give a guy? The game has been in development for a couple of years now, and some of these NIL decisions have only very recently come down with the July release date. NIL is certainly important. Video games have come a long way in a decade or since the last installment of this title series, but this new iteration seems to take into account all the tiny details, and college football fans will obsess over for years to come. So shout out to Cade Kistner with that thought on NIL for the new game, man. D, you had something?
No, you good.
Yeah, so yeah, that's college football 2025. 10 years in the making. I'm glad you're back. And
can't believe it's been that long. Yeah.
Wow. There's a lot of hoops and whatever they had to go through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can we touch on Madden real quick? I mean, is it worth it? I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
You can. I mean,
I'm
gonna just say this.
Go ahead.
First of all, I don't know why you calling it Madden 25 when you already had a Madden 25. That makes no sense to me. But whatever.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, you had a Madden 25 representing the 25th anniversary. I think it would have been Madden 15, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But
yeah, I remember that. Okay.
That's right.
I will say this.
Is all
that Madden
13, yes.
Madden, okay. Madden, of course, comes out after college football game. And I feel like those who think like me and like gameplay like I do and all this other stuff, such as these gentlemen up here with me, if Madden does not get their ish together, I'm talking about the studio who makes Madden, you're not going to make much money. You don't have those things back in the day. Remember back when you had the college football game and you was able to, all those who graduated, you could import them into Madden?
Yes.
Now, if you was thinking EA Sports, you would have brought that onto the table. So that would have almost guaranteed people who's going to buy the college game to go ahead and buy the Madden game. Why? Because they want to see that whatever that they have going on in their dynasty be represented into the pros. And that would have been a fast importation of that. But no, you dropped the ball yet again. So, yeah, it looks good.
Madden, it's called Madden NFL 25.
Okay, they do that NFL in there. Okay.
Yeah.
And McCaffrey's sure to get hurt this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
He won't get 1,000 yards this year. I don't know why you did
Sorry,
that.
bro.
So they got this release.
That's in August
16th for you Madden heads out there. So the problem I have with Madden is the cutting and pasting that they have been getting away with the last couple of years, and it's a glaring one. You should be able to get better. I know sometimes. I mean, I'm not a developer or a video game developer. I mean, I wish I thought about it. I probably should have went into it. But
nope, you decided that other choice.
Yeah, we decided that, and that's fine. But man, we always used to say when we was playing these games, man, try to make them as realistic as you can, possibly. Details, stadium details, crowd noise, even referees down to the helmet details and stuff like that. Which I think, like, if you look at MLB The Show got it down pat. They got it down pat. Shout out to that studio. I don't know the studio name. If somebody can bring up the studio name.
It's Sony. It's actually a Sony studio.
It's a Sony studio. They got it down pat. I think it's San Diego something studio. Anyway, they got that down pat. That's pretty cool. So,
I will say this though, Kev, and fair assessment. 24 gameplay wise was way better than 23. And the only reason that I know of this is because I got both games. And the reason why I got both games is because they fell under the PlayStation Plus category where I could get it for less than $10. That's the only reason why. Reason why. I did enjoy 24 a lot more than 23. 23 was almost unplayable to me.
And that's a shame. Because you shouldn't be going backwards. You should be getting better each progression. But I don't get it.
One thing I never understood is why they bring up these. We're going to add this to the game. How are you adding it when you had it 10 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? You have a more capable system. Okay, you got PS5, at least to my knowledge, is way more powerful than the PS3, but yet and still, you can't seem to put all of this stuff in the game and add more to it. I don't understand it, but like Kev said, I'm not a developer, I'm not a publisher, anything like that. But boy, oh boy, if I was, whoo, boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one never know. One never know. Dan, we'll go to Call of Duty and we'll go to the Division.
All right. Well, so right now we're still on Modern Warfare 3, and the state of the game is, in my opinion, not that great. I mean, like, let's go back to Modern Warfare 2. They took a bunch of shit out of the game that the fan base or the players of the game wanted. And MW3 was basically a add-on or whatever that brought a lot of the stuff that they messed up in MW2 to fix it, like mini maps, that kind of thing. Red dots, when you shoot, blah, blah, blah. And, I don't even know what season we're in, but last season they had ranked play in the BR as Alcatraz, and there were so many, like, I don't play as much as I watch per se because I can't really play as much as I'd like to, and a lot of it has to do with it's just not fun. But watching some of my favorite streamers play the game, and it's like you could just see blatant wall hacks, aimbot, blah blah blah, and a lot of that has to do with they moved to PC, where now you can play PC, Xbox, or PlayStation all in the same lobby, blah blah blah, and a lot of these companies offer discounts for the cheats and whatever, and it just, like, I watched one of my favorite ones, TP, and like to watch him, like, there would be days where I watched 6 hours or whatever, and I'm like, how do you play this game for that long in rank when you got people cheating, people stream sniping? I'm like, dude, this is like absolute punishment. And so the hope was when they brought out the new season here recently that they would move rank play to the big map, and they didn't do that. They kept it on Resurgence, Alcatraz, and it's the same shit. So the hope is coming up in October, I think it's the 25th or so or whatever, Black Ops 6 comes out, which is a Treyarch game, which usually Treyarch games are very good, and they take the fan base.
What's a Treyarch game? I'm sorry for those that don't know.
That's the developer.
Okay.
So you have Raven, Treyarch, and for the life of me, I can't even remember who the third one is, but it'll come to me. But Treyarch, I think they did World War II, they did Cold War, and they did Black Ops 4, and now they're going to be, ahead of this game. And generally, Treyarch takes, the fan base into account and what they want. And I saw some like gameplay and some like videos about the game, and what they did is it's like back if you ever played Blackout 4 and the specialties that if you picked a certain operator, like they had the slam, they had I'm trying to think what the name of the gun was, but it was kind of like if you shot one guy and somebody was close to him, lightning went between them and killed them both. But it's kind of like that, where now they have like slayers, where the guys that go and search out the other team, they have certain weapons or group that they have, and then you have guys that play the objective, they have certain stuff. So to me, it kind of seems like the same type of thing, but maybe not the same as Blackout 4. My hope is that like Blackout was the first BR that Call of Duty came out, and I played it a few months ago, and I had to fire up the Xbox to play it, and it was like, whatever. But the movement was kind of clunky, the movement was slow, but the idea of the game was probably the best it's ever been. You land in, you find a gun, then you got to find the attachments to make this gun good. And then, if you died, that's it. Like, I always make fun, Lackey, me and him used to play that game back in the day. And it was one of those things where I watched him play the game more than I played it, because I'd get killed, and then it was like, okay, you couldn't buy people back, that kind of thing that there is now. It was like one and done. If you die, you're done. But to me, like the idea of the concept of the game of landing, finding guns, finding attachments, making a good gun, and the way the map was, that's been the most fun I've had playing Call of Duty as far as BRs. Like Verdansk, tons of cheaters, Caldera, it just seemed like it was a rock climbing simulation. You just ran up fucking hills all day long. And Al Mazrah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the same. Because the thing is, now, like, we talk about developers, and they try to make things so that, the casual player has fun. Well, that's great, but at the same time, right now, every week they have weekly challenges, and it unlocks, whatever the challenge is. And mostly that's conversion kits. So you can take a gun that sucks, put this conversion kit on it, and it's actually really good. But to spend the time to, unlock this shit, this sucks. So I'm hoping in Black Ops 6 that they come out, and I haven't heard anything about this, but they come out with a new BR map that's more kind of like reverts back to the old style of you land in, you find a gun, you have to build it. You just can't like go loot a bunch of boxes, get money, and buy super guns, and then play the rest of the map until you die with your super guns. It's just stupid. And I was looking at this, and I think it's like $100 if you buy the Vault edition, and that comes with
$100. Wow.
Yo, the microtransaction. Yo, Dan, not to cut you off. Talk about the microtransactions in these games. That is one of the reasons why gamers is going ape shit like me. This is a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit.
And that's what it is now, though.
Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
No. That's what it is now. So it's pay to win. Like, you know,
pay to win. Wow.
Because like Warzone is a free game. Like to level guns and stuff, you got to play the Warzone stuff to level them, but you don't have to buy the regular game that has, you know, the campaign, multiplayer, and all that stuff. So how do they make their money? Well, okay, we're going to put these, like, I don't even know what skins are the popular ones right now, but it's like you buy this skin and then it has a couple gun blueprints that are really fucking good. And then, you know, you can just log in and play. And it's like, so they kind of make, you know, the conversion kits and whatever stuff that you can get in the weekly challenge that you got to spend time to do, or you just spend, you know, $20 and buy this, you know, skin group that has gun blueprints and whatever. And it makes it really easy to be able to, you know, okay, I can compete now. Because that's my thing. It's like, I played, I think, a couple of nights ago with Lackey. And then prior to that, I hadn't played for like 3 weeks. And it's like, okay, what's a good gun? Because the gun I had, now they nerfed the shit out of it and it sucks. And, you know, and then, so like they brought the Car 98 back. It's a sniper rifle. Well, okay. You know, I got it off, you know, the battle pass. I got the one that's a skin, but it doesn't have all the attachments that are the good stuff. So now I got to get to a level 11 with it to unlock what I need. But it's like, I don't play it like that. I don't play that much. So it's like to get to a level 11, it's like, okay, that's going to take me a couple months. And by that time, they'll nerf that gun and it sucks. So for me, you know, as a really casual player, you know, kind of the fun's getting sucked out of it, where I'd rather play a game where I land in, you know, somewhere and loot a box, get a gun, and then go around and find the attachments to make it good. So, you know, I don't have to level the shit. I just find it. That to me is the big thing. And we'll see if they actually do that. But like this $100 thing, you get like the black cell. So, you know, like he's saying, it's all microtransactions. So you go have a battle pass. Well, there's a battle pass and then there's a pass within the pass. So if you buy this $100 one, you get the black cell. So that gives you, you know, the tracers, bullets, and stuff like that. Extra, you know, different.
Whatever happened to just playing the game all the way through and just,
yeah, like,
you know,
like
normal people.
When I started playing like video games, you know, I started playing Counter-Strike, or actually it was 2-4, and this is probably in 2001 or 2, and it was like, there's no skins, there's no different guns. You just pick the fucking character, pick what gun you were using, and you played. Right. Now it's so ridiculous. Like, you know, hell, they had, I think it was like the Rubber Ducky Squad. And that's what we, you know, we all bought the pass. So we all had the same skin, blah, 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 and go play it. And, you know, $100 gets you the black cell with the different skins, master craft collection. So you get it, you know, a melee, a sniper, an AR, an LMG, and an SMG, you know, a skin of that. Or you can just buy the like $70 version and get none of that. But I don't know, like gaming right now is like, even like Fortnite, it's a free game. So they put the games out for free, and all they want is you to buy the shit that they put out, whether, you know, the skins that come with blueprints and all that other stuff, you know. And this is pre-order, and, you know, after the last 2 that I pre-ordered, I'm like, you know what? I don't care, because like if you pre-order, you get the beta and you can play the game early.
Right.
Okay, whatever. But, you know, do I want to pay that money and then be like, why did I spend my money?
Right.
But like Treyarch usually is a really good title, so that, you know, hopefully this game plays well and whatnot. So it's worth it. But this game is kind of got watered down too, where it's more casual. There's, high, what's the word? Like aim assist is really strong if you play on controller. But if you play mouse and keyboard, you don't get that. But if you, shoot at long range, mouse and keyboard's a little bit better. So, it's one of those things. What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's what they do, man. These games, this is like with the Division 2, which we'll touch on in a minute. It's like, they make it to where you have to grind the hell out of the game in order to get what you want in order to compete. Or if you don't want to do that, if you don't have the time, for a nice little price of $99.99 or whatever the case, or whatever the price that they choose to have, you can buy all of this and then you could go out there and you could get the game in right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the selling point. So what do you want to do? If you're a gamer, right, and you're trying to get back into something that you love to do, whatever, what have you, you playing this game for stress relief. You don't want to be stressed while playing the game. So who wants to, if you don't have the time, who wants to go and pick up a controller and get blasted every time they go around a corner because they don't have the latest and greatest? So then, you're going to spend, some people is going to spend $100 or whatever it is to get the latest and greatest to compete. It's jacked up, man. It's all the way jacked up.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, I have one question for you. Have you played Defiant?
I loaded it, and I think I played maybe an hour of it.
Your thoughts?
I like the alternative that they provide, but the one thing that I noticed was, so you get like stock guns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can pick one LMG, one AR, or whatever. But to level those guns, holy fuck, dude, it's worse than Call of Duty.
Oh,
like
shit.
It takes fucking forever to get it, like to get all the attachments. And I'm like, the gameplay seems fun and whatnot. And it to me, like Defiant reminds me of what the hell is that? Let me pull up, because I know once I pull up Battle.net, I'll be able to. Overwatch. So, like, how Overwatch has special abilities?
Yeah.
Well, Defiant's not completely like that, but each character that you pick has a special ability once you get to a certain point, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, reminds me a lot of that game where it's a first-person shooter like COD, but also has a mix of like Overwatch where you have special abilities where you can put, do special things. And it's not a bad thing. It's just different. You know what I mean? And that's the same way with Apex, where the biggest thing I have is like, so after Verdansk with Call of Duty, like cheating was fucking rampant on that game. It was like, dude, there was people getting 60 kills and blatantly doing it. Nothing happening.
Damn.
So when they brought out MW2, it was like, oh, we have Ricochet. And I don't know what that stands for, but I'm going to guess it means it doesn't mean shit, because the only time people got banned where you got reported by players in the lobby repeatedly. And it's like, if I'm a developer, right, and I get this and I understand why they don't do it, but at the same time, it's like, look, I'm going to put this game out. It's free to play. The only caveat is that you have to be willing to let your hardware be scanned. And if you're using some program that is a cheat program like engine owning or whatever else you got. And like controllers, I think they have, is it Cronus? I think it is
Cronus, yeah, that
or whatever, where you can map buttons and manipulate automatic on a burst gun, whatever.
Whatever happened to just playing the game, as D-Dub said, and just playing it honestly? And why do you need?
The problem is now esports has become a big thing. Right. There's a lot of money in it. So people are trying to get into it, and like rank play in Call of Duty. If you can get in the top like 10, you're like, hey, look, I'm top 10 in the world. And and they're streamers or whatever. You can get a large following. Like, let's put it this way. So, I think at one time Twitch was 70-30, and depending on your player or your following or subscribers, after it might be next month or whatever, but as long you're grandfathered in, if you have so many followers that subscribe to you, but like these things are $4.99, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get 70% of $5. And you have 60,000 people following you a month.
Wow.
I'm not, a math genius, but that's a lot of fucking money.
Do the math, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a monthly income. And, that is there.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
We say it all the time on the Sports Chasers.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. you ain't trying.
There's a lot of money on the table if you can get people to come watch you play the game. So, if you make there's so many different cheats. There's walling, aimbotting, soft aimbot, blah blah blah. Well, you're playing the game, right? Whether it be, what's the one you guys play?
Division
or whatever. And it's like, the guy's not looking at you, you can't see him, and all of a sudden you're dead. And then you see the kill cam and you're like, how the fuck this guy hit me? Well,
no, he has some damn cheat code.
It locked onto your head when he shot, and you're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah, it's over.
That's nonsense, bro. That's great.
That's like, for me, the thing I want to see is like, if they come out with a new BR, okay, fine. It's free to play, but you have to be willing to accept the parameters of the game, that they scan your hardware. And if they find that you're using Cronus or engine owning or whatever it is, that they ban your hardware. Because that's the thing with the reports right now in Call of Duty. You get reported and it bans your account. So
you think that's a little too harsh?
No, 1, 2, 3.
That's just a slap. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3 dumbass at Gmail. So what do? 1, 2, 3, 4 dumbass at Gmail. You just add another account, log back in. Yeah, you got to start over, but you still get your cheats, so it's not going to take you long. Like, if you ban the video card or you ban the whatever in your cheating, guess what? Your shit won't let you. They won't let you log back in because your shit's banned. That's where it needs to go. If they want to be like, we talk about legitimacy in sports across the board, doesn't matter what sport it is.
Mm-hmm. And this is a sport.
It absolutely is. It makes millions of dollars every year.
I think there was something down here a couple months ago. And it was huge at the
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Because I asked you if you were going
at the Broward community center. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to be a legit sport, then let's take it as legit. And it's like, like we were talking before the show, That clown from the Blue Jays played his first major league game. Apparently, he got piss test and failed it for PEDs, and now he's suspended for 80 games. I mean, that's the same thing. You log in from your computer at home, and you're playing the game, blah blah blah, and you're using cheats, and you get caught. Well, you shouldn't be able to log back into that same game again unless you buy new hardware. And I don't know about the rest of you. Yeah, he might know because he plays esports.
Mention that D-Dub knows.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you play on PC, if you're playing on PlayStation or Xbox, you're only out like $600. But if you're playing on a PC,
if you got a good gaming PC,
that video card is fucking like $2,000. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's substantial. And especially if you're a streamer and you're making, all the money off the stuff,
yeah.
And now you can't play this game anymore.
Yeah.
Even if they don't catch you on your stream doing it, but you get banned and you can't play that game anymore. And like Call of Duty, like the epitome of Call of Duty was during the pandemic because, nobody could go out and do anything. So everybody was watching Twitch. Shout out to Twitch.
Everybody home. Yeah.
And we do our podcast on there when Mikey's on, so check that out. But that's your livelihood. Like, if you're willing to cheat and lose all that, and that's happened to people that got caught. They were on their stream and hit the wrong button. And, whoa, hey, there's red boxes around where all the players are. Why is that? Oh, because I got wall hacks and I can see them. And it ended their careers. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really want to be legit, take it to the hardware ban, and you'll have a lot less Discord and, player base and all that kind of stuff where they know, hey, this is legit. Like, because I remember back in the day playing the Counter-Strike, like the first one, like, I know my ex-wife was ready to kill me because I used to play that shit all the time in college. And, and it was fun, yeah, me and my buddy Jay, we used to play that shit all the fucking time. And, and they started, implementing, a cheat system that would ban you and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, if you're a casual or whatever, you just want to know you're going in and play a game that, if somebody shoots me and I die, that's because I suck.
Right.
Not because they have an advantage.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you all want to do, right? And Daryl, you muted.
$5-10.
You're muted. You're still muted.
Hey, I got a call. Be right back.
Okay. Dan's got a call. He'll be right back.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing. I was just agreeing, shaking my head.
Oh. No, but what I was saying is you just want to make sure that, when you play these games, it's on the up and up, and there's a lot of money got involved in these cats. I didn't know. I mean, sometimes that's why I don't like going to the live rooms and stuff like that. I like playing with people who I know, you know what I'm saying?
Like-minded people that I know that's going to play the game right. And
play the game right. You know what I'm saying? Like these two gentlemen up here. I'm gonna bring y'all back down memory lane. And D-Dub, can you say this is Diddy 718 17's live PS4 broadcast. And
that was 8 years ago, man. That was the only thing.
8 years ago. That's crazy.
That's 8 years ago.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Share D-Dub's
That was a 2015 season. I don't know if that was the 2015 game, but it was a season 2015, which is wild.
Boy, look at Eli Manning. That's true to life. It's in the game. It's in the game.
Yo, you ain't gotta do me like that. You ain't gotta do my man Eli like that.
This is D Diddy's channel, so YouTube don't. He's right here. This is his channel. I'm gonna put the channel link in the thing.
Well, it's Dubs
it ain't got no music on there. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no music, they'll flag you for the music
Yeah. This is 8 years ago. Wow.
Don't worry about your defense. Don't start thinking about that. Worry about your job, what you're doing on the offensive side. Because once you have
Drew Brees.
This is.
I was looking at some of the gameplay. I got some other stuff. It was crazy.
If y'all ever, and I'm talking to the audience. I will say that I have gotten plenty of enjoyment watching these gentlemen up here play their seasons. Along with Hassan Davis. I forget what his YouTube handle is, Gaming Sports Network, something like that. But anyway, man, just to pass by time or whatever, they're like, oh, I'm getting on the hockey game. D-Dub's hockey games, especially in the playoffs, was something else, man. And that's one of the things I never understood. You're all under the same umbrella. Why is it that some sports y'all get right with the crowd and everything?
Yeah.
And with Madden, it's like y'all don't know. I know it's different studios, but damn, you couldn't have somebody go and do some research and then come back, and I don't know, man. It's just mind-boggling to me. But
yeah, it definitely is. I was trying to find something on my channel. I probably need to redo my channel here a little bit.
But it's good to go back just to
man. Boy, I tell you, Kevin L, boy, if y'all ever go to his channel and go back, I don't even remember. I think he was playing with the Dolphins at the time. And that man missed that field goal, and he had a cam, and he was pounding his couch. That's how passionate we are about sports.
And that's when that's the day I got rid of the cam. I said, oh no more cams. No.
He dropped the control.
I was beating the damn.
What the fuck?
Beating the damn couch.
Like no other.
Oh man, I gotta find it, man, because I was like,
yeah, I plan on starting back and posting videos when this college football game come out, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give y'all put some other stuff on the channel, some other content or whatever, man. So look out for that in the future.
Oh, in the near future. I think I found it. I think I found it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the content you are about to watch can be disturbing.
Views discretion is advised.
Is advised.
Gotta hit him with that. Viewer discretion is advised.
Man, gotta hit him with it, man.
Ryan Tannehill,
and just like that, Daryl's screen is frozen.
Oh my god!
Oh, there you go.
I was about to say, way in the world.
Oh, it froze again.
In a way.
Yeah, after all he had, I thought I can't find it. Did Dan come back? Go ahead and talk about division before we get out of here.
So much like what Dan was saying about Call of Duty, the division is in the same. They're in the same position, man. They coming out with stuff. They got this new thing called the Manhunt seasons. I believe it's going to be September or October. To where they have made it to where all the new players, they don't have to buy the Warlords of New York DLC. They can automatically start from level 40, and they don't have to do none of the grind that us veteran players had to do. They ain't got to spend none of the money that us veteran players have spent, and they can start off right with us. Of course, they got to grind to get some of the gear, but I mean, again, if you got the money you're willing to pay, you can get it right up front. Mm-hmm. It is what it is, man. And I don't like we talked about earlier, they canceled Heartland. Now, just to give you a backstory to Heartland was developed by the studio called, what was the studio name? Red Storm.
Red Storm, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Red Storm was known, if anybody ever played Division 1, they're the ones who created the Dark Zone. Now, yes, the Dark Zone, the Dark Zone was an area where it was PvP, player versus player, for those who don't know. Okay, you go in there, that's where all the good loot was, all the good gear, all the good weapons. However, everybody in the server was there trying to get the same exact thing that you were. And yeah, it was toxic at first. I mean, it probably still is toxic, but they managed to have a level playing field, and it made it enjoyable. Now, and it was one. So if you have the map, right, and it was New York City, in the middle of New York City, like say Central Park, I guess, was the Dark Zone. Now in Division 2, they split up into 3 mini Dark Zones. Why they did that, I have no idea. It was an epic failure from the start, because there's no real room to run around and be to get a jump on your enemy, so to speak. There's no room to run. There's no room to strategize, anything like that. Anyway, long story short, they canned it. I think they canned it because of Defiant. Now, Defiant is not a Division game, but it's a Ubisoft massive game. Okay, free to play. Heartland was going to be free to play. I truly think that they wasn't going to put 2 free to play games out that kind of sort of has the same resemblance. So I think that's why they canceled Heartland. One of the reasons why, because they're working on Division 3. It's in development now, and they still, we still got another year or so left in Division 2 for whatever content that they claim is going to be. The next major thing for Division 2 is the Brooklyn DLC that's slated to come out early 2025. They have pushed this back. It was supposed to have been out by now, but they keep pushing stuff back and blah, 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 whatever. So all in all, that's all that we've really got to look forward to. The only reason why I play it, I don't play it nearly as much as I used to, but the only reason I play it is because the dudes that's in my clan, so to speak, they're a bunch of cool dudes. They're like-minded guys. They're my age. Some are a little younger, but they don't come with that bullshit. They just play the game and to have fun, kick the shit,
and not be cheating.
No cheating.
Yeah. But we run to the same thing that you go into the Dark Zone. People is doing all types of DPS glitches. DPS is basically high weapon damage glitches. They doing all types of just all types of stuff, man. So
right.
A lot of people don't bother to go in there because it's not worth it. So it is what it is.
Okay. Well, I don't know where Dan had to go here. I don't know if Dan will be back. He went on his rant about Call of Duty. D-Dubs is frozen. But can he hear us?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I don't know what's really going on, but
we'll definitely have to fix it, man. But hey, man, this is the gaming. This is the esports gaming series, man. And we'll definitely be back. This maybe we'll holler at Madden.
See what they do. We gotta start holding these people accountable, man. They know they've been robbing people for years. So
yep.
So
we'll come back with Madden. We'll talk about some other games that we play. I don't play much. I play most of the sports games, man. That's me. I'll play Division. Eric put me on Division. Dan
Division.
Put me on the Call of Duty. I play that from time to time. Not as much as Dan, but Dan was very pissed off about these people cheating. Y'all better stop cheating.
Dude, it's terrible. And I apologize. That was cheating. That was the kiddo calling me.
Hey, Maddie.
Yo, y'all crazy.
But, y'all better stop cheating. Y'all better stop cheating on Call of Duty and Division and all that stuff. We never ran into that much on Division, had we?
Well, because we don't go into the Dark Zone. So that's where all of the PvP stuff going. A lot of people now they play this game mode called what is it? Conflict. Conflict is a 4 versus 4, PvP atmosphere where they have like 3 or 4 different maps, and it's not the same as the Dark Zone, but
right. What's PvP for those that don't know?
PvP is player versus player. PvE is player versus everything else. It's basically the computer, the campaign or whatever. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Parting shots. I'll give it to Dan. Dan, what you got before we get out of here? And watch
it's 8:00. I got to wait like 10, 15 more minutes. And it's Florida, Edmonton, Game 7.
Game 7.
And if you miss this, shame on you. Because this is history, bro. There's only been 4 teams that have come back.
It's going back to Canada. I'll tell you that.
Going back. DW, what you got?
DW's froze. What's up?
Yeah, he froze out. Yeah, we don't know. What you got?
Yeah, it's going back to Canada, man. Enjoy the Stanley Cup. Last hockey game of the year.
That's not necessarily true because the AHL is still playing. But
the last NHL game.
I'm just saying
of the 2024 campaign, 24-25.
E, what you got, man?
Yo, man, great show tonight. You know, I hope you people, if y'all take anything away from what we said, vote with your dollars. We say it every Thursday. Damn it, we're going to say it every Monday. Vote with your dollars, man. People need to stop cheating out there because sooner or later it's going to catch up to you.
Yep.
And Edmonton 3, Panthers 2 in overtime. It will be 1 for the record books. I hope you all enjoy. This is the Angry One.
So on that point, I know we're doing part shots, but let's each give our final on the NHL game.
Well,
who wins and the score?
Eve gave his. I'm riding with. I said I was drinking the water, but now I'm drinking Essentia.
You riding all right? You ain't got no tires at this point. But go ahead.
Panthers 4.
The engine blew up.
Panthers 4. Edmonton 3. Panthers finally get their head out their asses and get their power play together tonight, and they will hoist Lloyd Stanley Cup on A1A down here in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County.
Detroit Avenue. What song was that?
What's that?
A1A Detroit Avenue.
That's Vanilla Ice, man. Ice, baby.
Oh, there we go.
D-Dubs, what you got?
It had to be a white.
Yo, man. Yo. Yeah, we're going to crown a new champion, man. We're going to crown. It's coronation time for Conor McDavid, man. That's all I got. I think it's going to be about. They've been scoring at will the last couple of games. I'm going. Why not again? Game probably a little bit closer. Maybe a 5-3 game.
Okay, Dan.
I'll say this: if Florida scores first, they can win. If they give up the first goal, they're toast. Because they're in shambles already. They have no confidence. They're gripping sticks tight. And Edmonton is one of the best teams in the first period scoring.
That's wow right there, Dan.
and Edmonton, Edmonton is probably the best team in the first period throughout the playoffs. And Florida is the best in third. But you can't come from behind. If Edmonton wins this game, McJesus is crowned, and he will go to the Hall of Fame. Because you're down 3-0 in the finals, and you put up back-to-back fucking 4-point games. Woo! No doubt.
Oh, yeah. I'm back.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, he's unfrozen.
Well, I seem to think that I know this is a long ass part in shots, but I seem to think that Florida will have control of this game for the first 2 periods, and then you will see the greatness of McDavid and company. This is what people want to see, man. You want to see somebody come from the ashes to defeat all odds. Okay, David versus Goliath. Okay, Florida at home, Game 7 with that defense. And being like what Dan said, Edmonton is a great first period. After 2 periods, people's going to toast them, and they're going to come from nowhere. I think that's how we're going to get into overtime. They're going to score 2 in the third, force it to overtime, and then it's going to be over in overtime, 3-2.
So,
but that's the thing, though. Even though Edmonton's the best in the first period, but you got to understand, like, McDavid didn't score a point last game. Draisaitl had 2 assists, but like their big four really haven't exploded yet. And, you know, Hyman's leading in goals for, you know, yeah, the one hit him off the leg. But Florida has their hands full. I will say that.
Who would say you would say Florida got the most pressure on them tonight, right?
I think they both have a lot of
equal?
pressure.
Okay.
I think it's equal, but if Florida goes down 1-0, it escalates to the ceiling.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see.
you got 19 minutes, and it's going to go down.
Yeah. And by the time you guys see this, either I'm going to be a genius or y'all going to be like, that guy's dumb. So
that guy was drinking the water like his brother told him. Talk about his essential.
Hopefully you're, you know, reporting on the party on the beach.
Yeah, me and Ryan.
But maybe not.
We'll see. Listen, we're going to go. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin O. Warren, your host moderator, for Daryl D. Dubs Warren, for James the Angry One, for Dan K, the hockey dude, the toxic one also, man. Hey, this is the Sports Chasers Podcast. Y'all be good, be blessed. Hey, we'll check y'all later. Peace.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.